My beautiful stars, reading time. So today we are going to do person on your mind, how you think they feel versus how they really feel. I haven't done one of these for a while. Okay, main collective. So this is what you think is going on, how you think this person is feeling right now. Okay, how you think they feel. Okay, expecting, distance. Straight off the bat, this collective, maybe you have intuition, because this is what you think, it's not what you know. Maybe you think this person's gotten someone pregnant, first card, expecting, or they're going over a pregnancy that you guys shared, going over the distance between you guys, physical or emotional or both. Certain attachments here, so you could really think this person is sitting in a bit of anxiety, avoidance, maybe reflecting on this connection as maybe being a little bit codependent at times as well. But you think that this person does want a fresh start, that they're thinking about taking a leap of faith towards you to create a new beginning. Okay, one more for your top row. Okay, magic. So this is about sixth sense, supernatural abilities. You could either think that this person is reflecting on your gifts within, especially if you've had intuition about certain things that you think this person has been denying, or maybe you've spoken things to this person that have come to fruition. You could be a practitioner. But I'm also hearing as well, maybe you think there's energy either connected to them or from them that have interfered with your energy or your connection through magic. Again, this is what you think is going on, so don't make it fit. If you haven't had a thought about this with all those little deviations, not yours. This is important for the right collective. It's your first card. So again, you either intuitively, because again, this is think, not know, that this person has gotten someone pregnant, or again, reflecting on a pregnancy you guys shared. Just straight off the bat here, for the right collective, I think deep down you believe this person wants this, but then they go over the blocks that hold them back. So this makes me feel, especially with this distance, this person is clearly not in your energy. Every time you have belief that this person wants his fresh start, because there's clearly no movement here, you go, oh, well, it must be this. Or maybe it's because it's been too long since we've spoken. Maybe it is because of the physical distance. What if they're an avoidant? What if they're feeling that this was too codependent, it was too triggering? What if they're afraid, anxiety, to reopen this scar? Is it because of this? Is it because I've called them on things that they've denied? Are there hidden truths here? So we've only got one card for the right collective, where you have moments of positivity. I'm hearing that silly saying, if they wanted to, they would. It's like as soon as you start to have strength in this, because there's no movement, you probably reflect on your own emotion and you think, oh, well, if I was craving them like this, I would just move forward. Everybody deals with emotion differently. I always say, and this is just advice, this isn't your perspective, but there's a reason this is coming out. You should never overgeneralize people. Not everyone thinks and acts the way you do as a person. People deal with emotion differently. People deal with anxiety differently. People deal with trauma differently. So if you have moments of reflecting and thinking, if I felt this, And you probably have tried to put the effort in, you probably have tried to message, you probably, especially if you deal with your, unfortunately, because I'm staring at this chaser at the bottom, your abandonment or codependence with more of that anxious style. So needing to have, you know, believe it or not, it's a little bit to do with control as well. Just wanting to know the outcome. This person could deal with this completely differently. Okay. The only reason I'm explaining this, because anyone that watches me regularly, and I can see straight away this energy, and we've got one about movement. The rest is what stops the movement. It's not good for the mind. Okay, expecting. Actually, hold on a second. I want to get, I've got to get them as well. Sorry, they're shadow cards. Just because I had that deviation about these attachment styles, and not to overgeneralize, I'm going to get those shadow work cards in a second. Okay, expecting. Green light. This collective, you definitely, this is a huge detail. You have had fear that this person has gotten someone pregnant. Maybe you, because that is such a, if it's your intuition, this is something that you truly believe to be true. But such a green light, for some of you, maybe it is a knowing. Maybe it is. I want one more for that. Secrets. So it's not a... Okay, this collective. I actually do think you must be quite gifted, because there's something in this collective. So I just want to confirm, if you know this for fact, it's not your collective, because this is something that hasn't been spoken. Okay, important detail. So for the right collective, this is something you intuitively believe to be true. Okay, but I also think, for some of you, there's something here about a pregnancy and you guys that has not been spoken about, right? But for the collective, or for the people that intuitively believe this, like, this is something that would burn at your soul, but you don't even know it for fact. You have a fear over it, maybe, that they're gonna get someone pregnant, but whatever the case, it has not been spoken. It hasn't been spoken to you just yet. Chaos, it sends a storm in your soul. Okay, distance. But you do believe, that's good. Those two are good, don't mind that. One, there could have, this says movement, but this person could have moved, you could have moved to create distance unintentionally. But I do think there's parts of you that do believe there will be movement. Again, that's not the issue here. It's how your mind gets with the lack of movement. Attachment. Okay, so you know you both have things that you need to heal when it comes to codependency, avoidant, anxiety, whatever the case. You know you're on the same frequency as this. That's not what you think. You would know that. You would have had examples of this person's, unfortunately, shadow self, as they would have had examples of your shadow self. Maybe you don't have any cards here of healing, but if you have been healing, maybe you hope they're healing through their attachment styles. New beginnings. Oh, as we said it, you got the healing card. Stop it. So you do this collective, reason we say everything. I always say, when it comes to how you think they feel, normally, especially the human brain, things that you feel, things that you're going through, it's, you kind of hope the same. So you would be healing, you would be going through this, the magic within yourself, you would have awareness of. And if you believe someone's interfering in your connection with some form of magic, you're open to the frequency of this. Does that make sense? So pretty much what I'm trying to say is the internal things you are going through or experiencing, of course, you're going to think or hope that they're going through the same. One more. I'm glad that card came out. Okay, ghosted. So you are trying to make excuses. Again, either you've seen something that they've denied that created a ghosting. You think there's energetic interference here that may be added to the detachment of this. But also maybe you think this person stays away because of your gifts. Especially if you know that this person has got some deep skeletons or deep things that unfortunately they have not faced in their life, things that they keep buried. Maybe you feel you got too close to certain truths here, and this person pushed you away. But definitely whatever ghosting has happened, you think it's tied into this. Okay. I just want one more. But you hope they're upgrading, which means you're upgrading. Beautiful. All right. I just quickly want to see what you think their shadow, like what they really need to work through. And then I want to see what you think their intention is and how they're feeling with tarot towards this, and then we're going to really break it down. I'm going to get the universe's perspective as well. Okay. Wow. So resentment and self-sabotage. So you definitely is holding on to some resentment here, but it's their self-sabotage that they're holding on to, the blame, the pain. For you to believe this person's holding on to resentment, you as a collective don't make a fear. You know you've hurt this person, or they've presented, I'm seeing that not dealing hurt card. This person has presented like they're holding a grudge, they're angry, they don't want to deal with it. So I don't know if you're maybe have moments of blaming your behavior or whatever the case, but for you to believe they've got resentment here, you know you have some faults with this, but as well, maybe you think their behavior comes from self-sabotage or they're prone to be self-destructive. It's that fragmentation of the soul. It's like maybe deep down, you know this person, or you think that this person, when they have good things in their life, because they think subconsciously they don't deserve that happiness, that love, they push it away. They start to self-sabotage. They thrive in chaos, not stability, which means you as a collective would know that this person has had quite a rough upbringing. I always say people that thrive in chaos, unfortunately, that's what you've got accustomed to at a young age, a very up and down kind of toxic, volatile environment. So especially if you know this person comes from a broken home or just quite, I don't want to say toxic parents, but quite argumentative examples in their life. Actually, I want to get these as well. Hold on. Fear of abandonment. So you guys deal with abandonment a little bit differently to you. Okay. So again, the resentment, the triggers. So you definitely think this person's going over the triggers, the turmoil. Makes sense with that first deck. You've got a couple of, you've got this belief, but quite quickly it comes into trying to make reason. Well, if they really did, they would have come forward. They must be holding on to this. And codependence. I think this was a relationship that was clearly quite caging. like I feel like you think this person, sometimes it's that free will card. Maybe you know that you yourself were a bit claiming here, that they're just having a great old time with friends, happily single. I wouldn't say happily single if you think that this person's bloody got someone pregnant, or you're worried that they will, but they're just having fun. They're not thinking about this, that this was just a string along. This is some, my angels, this is not a good outlook. I'm very intrigued to see what's actually going on here on their end. Like, this is heavy, but then you've got, but they like me. Insane chemistry, liking each other equally. Look at the fear in this collective. They've got many options, unconventional, string along. They love a good one night stand. Maybe you see them as a Knight of Wands. I got these because I was seeing that not dealing card, but it hasn't come out. Let's just get a couple more. Okay. Oh gosh. So you got paradise, but then you got the snake. That there is someone in their life. So you don't think, you would question, are they single? Are they just putting their finger in all these pies? Have they met someone? Competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder at the other woman, the other man. But, oh, they see me as their paradise. They want, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I think these readings can be really good to put emotion into perspective for people, because, again, if you watch me regularly, I always talk about the power of the mind. This is not healthy. This is not a healthy outlook. What makes this really sad, and I'm trying not to say it, but I need to say it, and I don't want to upset anyone. This collective, there's clearly a part of you that believes this person has either moved on or just having the time of their life, but you can see how much you crave this person, which shows how you don't see yourself. Even if this person's gotten someone pregnant, if they're out there putting their finger left, right and centre, or they have moved on, they're doing this, they've made you feel strung along, you're sitting here hoping for this movement, hoping they return. So, and the sad thing is, this is what you think is going on. So the right collective, you don't know for fact, again, the secrets, right? So in your mind, you are literally creating this image. And remember, I feel this collective, you're very powerful, you're magical, right? You've got supernatural abilities. So again, what we think we create. In your mind, you are literally creating, for a reason that they're not coming in, is that they've chosen someone else. So what are you saying to yourself? You're putting yourself in the category of an option, not being good enough, which means in love, sorry, I have to say this, don't make it fit. You would be jealous. You would be claiming. You would be that person. You need to know your partner's passcodes, their location, their socials. You get triggered if they like a photo. Like, that's the kind of energy the right collective would be in, because you don't see yourself. So you literally think, and it wouldn't have just been with this person. This would be a pattern for you in love. You think you can be replaced like this. It's really sad. It's really sad. So clearly you guys have time apart right now, and like I said, I'm going to get into everything, but this is coming to my mind. It's for a reason, and you need to trust that reason. You need to heal that part of yourself. You are wanting someone to return, that one you think has moved on and is quite happy. You need to ask yourself why. Does that mean your abandonment? it's safer to see or crave someone that doesn't see you, because subconsciously it means this person's already walked away, right? So subconsciously craving someone that is not in your energy, has ghosted you, not seeing you properly, subconsciously it makes you feel safer, which means you yourself avoidant, emotionally unavailable. You would rather crave someone that breaks you internally than release it and find someone that actually sees you. Sad. And I haven't gotten into them, but that came out for a reason. I see this all the time, and people think that they're healed. Your outlook isn't healthy. One more. I will say a good thing though, we don't have, I don't think you've put a label on it. We don't have a twin flame card, soul contract card. That they've met someone new. So they have moments of having sadness, but they're unsure of the future. So meeting someone new, getting back out there, they're dating again. But they're going to express their love. Okay. Let's get one more of these, please. Their pride. It's their ego that holds them back. Again, what you think. And judgment. Worried about you reflecting certain truths and then being judged with it. That lines up to the first part. Okay. I just want to see what you think their intention is. Wow, I can't. It gets flagged, but you've got triggered so that you trigger them. That's coming out in every deck. So again, this collective, I've got to put that upside down, number 77. I get so emotional when your name comes up or when I see something that reminds me of you. You triggered something inside of me that caused me to feel uncomfortable in my own skin. You saw something, this collective, that they were not ready to admit to you. So that's what you think. That's in that first part. I don't understand these emotions, but you think that they're going through some towers right now. I feel my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, but the one thing that felt right was you. So the right collective, maybe you've had a real ignition in emotion. For you to be feeling this person is going through tower moments. Again, this is what you think is going on. So I think this has impacted you energetically and you think it might be coming from them. Or you could have heard along the grapevine some things are falling apart in their life. I'm actually hearing both. 59. One more. Gemini. They could be a Gemini, you could be, or this collective, you feel there's snake energy, that could be a Gemini connected to them. But the energy of this card, 84, I wasn't always there for you when you needed me the most. Instead of trying to comfort you, I would jump ship. Because I couldn't deal with my emotion, let alone yours. This really impacts this collective. You definitely feel this person chose one, if not multiple people over this connection. All right, I just want to get tarot, what you think their perspective is of this whole connection, and then we're really going to get into it. What you think their current perspective is of you and this whole situation. Their current perspective, what you think is going on. Their current perspective. So the only card that's up, you think there's a lot of opinions here that maybe they fall short to. A lot of irons in the fire. They're very temperamental right now. You could think that they see you as temperamental as well. that you're a little bit demanding. Remember, you in every deck think this person's holding on to resentment and triggers, and but maybe your abundance, maybe if you know that, especially when you were with this person, your financial stability, if you made a bit more money, or this is odd because she's very stubborn, she's very strong-willed, Queen of Wands in reverse, she's not easily moved, again demanding, again it's a card of a lot of opinions, but temperamental. But then you've got one of the most caring, grounded, nurturing queens here. So you I think this collective, I'm hearing a few things, right? When you're not triggered, so when your armor doesn't come up, I think you're a very caring, kind, nurturing, understanding, loving person. But I think when you were with this person, it's reminding me of a broken mirrored connection. I think you guys could really push each other's buttons, and where all of that caring, beautiful, nurturing, she's very motherly, like she's a beautiful energy, right? But when you're triggered, it's like literally another version of you comes out, and this is what you think their perspective is on you in this situation. So I do think you have moments of, because remember you got healing and DNA upgrade, and I think you have moments of really hoping that this person remembers you, remember who you truly are, truly understanding we all have things we need to work through. But I can't get past this collective. Every deck you feel this person's holding on to the pain of things. So one, I'm hearing the personality trait here, but two, I am again very prosperous, business savvy, grounded in her finances, very abundant. So for the right collective, your abundant path, the way you make money, your grind, is something that you also think this person focuses on. Okay, so cosmic trigger, that's good. So something about 6 months ago, you believe they're going over. So they're finding their inner truth. They're going through a catalyst of change. They're transforming through this cosmic trigger to create new beginnings. So this solar eclipse that has just been, even though this is a 6-month card, something could have really started stirring up in you, right? So that solar eclipse was what, 5-6 days ago? So maybe you've had a real ignition of emotion since then, but you believe there's something that's impacted them over the past 6 months that's creating this change. Not good. So back to the mirror, the feeling judged, that card. Maybe that you shamed and blamed this person, that this was very imbalanced. They felt victimized at times, and karmic avoidance. This collective, you're really hard on yourself. But that they want the reconciliation. It's the same thing, but they want this reconciliation. They do want to let go of the past. They do want to recover. They do want to build again. They want to heal through this. But again, when they want this new beginning, this fresh start, you truly believe they're holding on to some of the behavior here. Okay. Again, that reminds me of having the time of their life. So you could feel that they're tied to a Queen of Wands and they're re-engaging with their environment, they're seizing the day. You could have moments of thinking that they view you like this as well. that you're starting to really learn gratitude and appreciation for life. I think a big part of this collective, you really hope they believe in your change. Yeah, I'm hearing both. But I think that you think this person's having the time of their life now. You could have met this person at work. Maybe you think they go over memories of when you guys... I always see this as working together. So especially with the Queen of Pentacles. If you guys did work together, it was clearly... And you could have been their manager or their boss, or you were clearly higher up if you worked together, because you think that they kind of felt that they really had to hold the line. This was making them battered and bruised. They had to endure. And let's say you didn't work together, whatever was going on with finances for this collective, you feel maybe your path, again, intimidated them, demasculated them. They really... You could have been quite hard on them when it came to finances, really push them to, you know, I don't think intentionally, but do better for themselves. Work's a big one here, because whatever the work situation was, it created an overwhelm. You think in their mind. So this is good. You do hope that this cosmic trigger is taking them out of Eight of Swords. I always say Eight of Swords, it's a mental prison we don't need to be in. Drama queen. Doom and gloom. Creating a situation that's not even happening. So even though you're being so hard on yourself, deep down you know this person isn't seeing this right. This is the cosmic line. Not that they're not seeing it right, but there's always two parties at fault. Okay. Oh gosh. So inadequate, self-doubt, low self-esteem, weakness, vulnerable. Whatever this collective did that unfortunately maybe you push the point too much, and the right collective, you'll know exactly what it is. You do have moments of thinking, I really pushed something I shouldn't have. Sorry, that bloody Apple Watch thing. Victimized, shamed, blamed, whatever you did that judged them, that made them face their mirror, you've got guilt for it. You really think you've affected them. That's probably where they're angry, they're this. It's probably the only thing you can really pinpoint that would keep this person away. And you feel this row is what's created most of the self-doubt, which makes sense with that magic card. They're not ready to be honest about what they're truly feeling. This is why, even though they want to reconcile, they stay away. And that would make sense with your stubbornness, not easily moved. No matter how much this person maybe tried to explain themselves, you would just keep bringing it up. Okay, but you do believe this emotion of this reconciliation is bubbling under the surface. They really want to come through. Okay, that's... it's... When this is overwhelming you, this collective, and it's on your mind, this would be really hard to get yourself out of, because it's not a clear focus. It's belief, then blame, and then this, and then that. If they wanted to, they would. I'm crazy. I'm Delulu. Like, it's just... And you have to stop blaming yourself. Things like this, separations, they all happen for a reason. You might not know it in the moment, but rejection is protection. Okay, so that's your part done. So what we're going to do, we're going to get the universe's perspective of this relationship. Then I'm going to break down how they feel, how they see you, what their true intention is, and we'll see how that goes and see if there's any movement or anything coming for you. Okay, I'm just going to cleanse this out, and I always say... clarity readings like this can go either way. Okay, so grab a snack. And yeah, for you guys, it's going to be like a millisecond, but I'm just going to cleanse everything and then we're really going to break it down. Alrighty, so let's get the universe's perspective first. Okay. What energy is around this connection? Get out of town, first card. Hold on. 24, that could be significant. Oh. These two, perfect pairing. Okay, so you've got the Celtic knot, unconditional love, legendary, divine union, eternal love, infinity, enduring, connected, love of a lifetime, chariot. Wasn't expecting chariot, not with how this collective's energy is. This is the energy around you guys. This is about forward movement. It's about destiny. It's about success. But also willpower. Mental discipline. But it is a card of action. Now, you've got the bridge with the birds. Now, this collective, clearly when it comes to communication, we've got some roadblocks. So communication, the back and forth, the flighty nervousness, but making contact, text or calling, but overcoming barriers through communication, uniting, connecting, harmonizing, but compromise. You guys clearly lack compromise. Again, and 12/12 you've got here. So 24th of the 12th could be your birthday, but you could be one of my collectives where Christmas, a lot of memories here, rough memories, and then 12th of July as well. And that's kind of 24/24. Wow. One more for your top row. Next, I've got to get how they see you, because there is something about your magic. Number 16, the owl. You see through the facade. You see through their armor. But when you're anxious and overwhelmed, like, look where your mind takes you. This collective, deep down, you would know the power of this love. It's your subconscious programming that comes in. Look at the fear over you. That is the way your outlook is. It's that outlook you're trying to break free from your healing journey, but you always fall back into it. Secrets lifted. So there are secrets here. Is it pregnancy though? I don't think so, but we will confirm. It's like you can feel something's not right? And I think this collective, it's something that you have already called this person on that they were not ready to face. And I'm going to be honest, I feel that's what pushed this person away. I will confirm everything. But because your inner soul knows there's something here that's hidden, now you're going straight to the worst. What if they find someone? What if they've gotten someone pregnant? What if they start their future with someone else? Inside, you know there is something here that's not spoken. But you're taking it down to them choosing someone over you, that deviation about worth. You are one of my many collectives. Your overthinking gets you in trouble. You're wise, aware, and observant. You need to trust even with their perspective, you know that justice in reverse with what's pushing them away, that's where you're on the money. Everything else, I just think it's your fear. It's your abandonment talk in your mind. Exploring the unknown, knowing what's going on. Number 16, owls could be significant. The letter A could be significant. This divine love energy around you guys. Oh, So it's not there, it's been stuck because you were meant to activate breaking through the illusions, your spirituality, your intuition, your psychic abilities, your dream state, your enlightenment. It's never not been there. It's been stuck because of the self-sacrifice needed and self-reflection needed to overcome these barriers. Oh gosh. 24th of October. That could be an important date coming up, or it could be an important memory as well. This Chariot is a timing card of 1 to 3 months. So that could, write that date down, 24th of October. So this is what you've got forward movement with, Chariot. Snake energy. The deception, jealousy, this, I think you're both jealous. Betrayal, silent treatment, maybe something to do with sexuality here. But whatever's been counterproductive, you got forward movement. You've got forward movement here. This collective, there must have been something that's come up over the past couple of days that's made you feel this way. Like, I don't know if you've had a really bad dream about this person, or again, there's a reason you feel there's towers going on in them. If you've just had an energetical surge, just your energy, my aim, like look at the energy that's actually around you. This collective, it's like you are so certain this person's either having the time of their life or they've chosen someone else. But deep down, when you're not triggered or emotionally overwhelmed, you must know this. So something's clearly happened here. For you, just you as a person, let it be an emotion or trigger or it happens into the soul. There's something here that's sending you out of balance. Your shadow, devil energy. Your fixation. But both of you, energy around you. I will say though, this collective, maybe this has been going on for over a year. That wouldn't surprise me. Just how much lost hope this collective has. But this one here is about being disciplined. This is about goal-orientated, realistic, workhorse, consistent. Like this is more of the drive that devil energy has, especially when it comes to the financial part. But this is showing me, because this is underneath communication. You may not understand this, but remember in the very first deck, you think they're upgrading, you think they're healing. Clearly, both of you have been overcoming barriers when it comes to communication in your own lives. Not together, but in your own lives, right? You might not see it, they might not see what's happening with you, but you're both doing it. And even when it comes to success, that's a big block for the right collective. You know, that's something they go over. There's been a lot of dedication here to overcome certain barriers, okay? The birds. Oh, remove it. That's where you get in a conundrum. And 23rd of December or the 23rd of July. It's complicated circumstances. It'll be revealed when it's meant to. Yes, it's puzzling, but that's where you feel it's a string along because of this row. Remember, you got the keys on a ring. There's a conundrum here. There's hassles. There's problems. When it comes to this flighty, nervous, the stressing about, this is what puts you in a yarn energy, both of you. One more for that, please. Oh my God, good. But it's transforming. You got the butterfly. Metamorphosis, about to be open, embracing change, evolution of the soul, rising up from the ashes. You both have been reinventing yourself. Very nice. 23, 23. We got 12, 12, 23, 23. 7, 7. A lot of mirrored numbers, synchronized numbers. You're coming into alignment. Stop stressing. Don't think about it. Go do some self-care. Go have fun. Get this person off your mind. Look at all the double numbers here. They're all double except the 16 and the 10. 16th of October could be important as well. And A again. A. Yeah, A. Oh. All right, Al. Oh, the time has come. Things will come to surface. Good. Culmination of effort. Abundant. You are so... this is really nice energy. Whatever you're going through right now, this collective, I can't advise you enough. Go clear your energy. You must be a lot further along than you think. Like, these are all beautiful. Okay? Very harmonized. Completion, abundance, fulfillment, release, fruits of your labor. But you've got to focus on your own needs right now. Okay? Look at you. I want one more. Libra, justice energy. So you've got Cancer and Libra here. That could be signs. But within the next... Okay, so you've got 1 to 2 weeks and 1 to 3 months. So within the... and October's important for this collective. Within the next week, right now, your purple curtain, your shadow, and we can see it all over this collective. It's being illuminated. Break free. Stop being negative. It's your curtain for both of you. Truth and balance will come. Believe. You're a magical being. Remember the power of your mind. This collective, you need to see yourself better. I want one more. Strength, self-belief, compassion, female magician, taming that ferocious lion within, learning how to guide a hurricane constructively. Put that ignition of emotion into your path right now. Infinite potential around you. Steady movement forward. Breathe. Okay. Let's get into this person. First, I want to actually see how they see you. That's what I want to see first, because there is something about your gifts. I think that's where you're on the money. You've seen something here. Everything else, I think that's just your poor mind. It's your abandonment talk. Okay. How does this person see this collective? Wow, way too many. But Dragon, the one that sees all, 100%. I just got goosebumps. It's something about your sight. That's too many. Okay. Oh, so they have seen you heal. They have seen you come out of the dark. Your community, your path. So there is something about your business. You're right. So you've grown. You would have a very, you'd have a community around you, your hard work, your dedication. So they do see you as that Queen of Pentacles. And B and double air. One more. Two more. Oh, the way you glow. So the attention you get. So you're jealous, they're jealous. You're both jealous. Oh, and you got the hawk, the divine messenger. So you're a true channel. Oh my God. Okay, let's read these. All of them are air but one. Air and earth. Okay. Is that fire, that one, actually? I think that's fire. Hold on. Let's read these for you. Okay, the bat. This one's beautiful. Darkness letting go. Death leading to a rebirth. Your first one. So they've seen your transformation. Seen you build, grow, strengthen. Before emerging, the bat waits for the sun to set and the moon to rise. I just heard you're my sun, moon, and stars. In the darkness, it can see all that is invisible. so you see through their shadow in the daylight hours. The bat is the master of the subtle sense of the underlying forces that cause things to prosper and others to fade. The bat card shows up to signify the ending of a chapter. So maybe they think you've, but moving on from the past. Your evolution. I was going to say maybe they think you've moved on because you have such a fear they've moved on. That wouldn't surprise me if you're mirroring that, but really letting go of the old and starting anew. The closing of a door. The bat comes swiftly, encouraging us to move on. In just a few hours, a new day dawns, no more lingering in the past. When in balance, you accept, you adapt, you adjust. But when you're out of balance, you refuse to let go and you reminisce. So they could have memories of you chasing as well. But there's that Queen of Wands in reverse, that you would refuse to let go of certain things that really push them to their brink. B, you're earnest, you're hardworking, democratic. And the B personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project. The Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. This person has some form of memory of working with you in some form of way as well. So it's not just how they view you now, because I'm going back to how you view their perspective towards you with the tarot. This is kind of lining up a little bit here. Bees love to work steadily and thoroughly. Wrong. Bees, I've read that wrong. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. So you are a workhorse. They are sensitive creatures aware of many subtleties, same with this bat, at once. Since they are artists at the heart, they usually add creative details to their overall vision, so they know about your creative mind as well. So whatever you do for your path, you would be soaring in your creativity. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. And remember that deviation about maybe that's where you get triggered and you don't even know you work so hard. Because remember, Queen of Pentacles, caring, nurturing this, but then when you're triggered, another side of you comes out. So maybe they take it down to because you're kind of a workhorse, you burn yourself out. Then they grip and then they sting. But maybe they're seeing you really content right now, vibrant. You could be an active person as well. Maybe you're quite fit, into fitness. Hold on, let's read this hawk. And then this card's about you could be very worldly as well, some form of humanitarian. You could give to a lot of charities or just give back to the world in some way or form. You're watchful, you're all-seeing, so you do see the owl. You're a messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch out every move. That's where this person's blocked. You see. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and it's sent from divinity itself to deliver it. So they know how connected you are. You're a channel from up above. So that magic card, you're right. The message should not be taken lightly, so they listen to you. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your life, your course. This is good. You see clearly, you're intuitive. But when you're out of balance, you see too much and you're suspicious. Highly accusatory. I want one more. But your glow, the attention you get. One more. Oh, the hope, the truth, the black egg, the egg of truth. So you do see truths. That's the block. You got the egg of truth. This person, I feel, learns off you. These decks are going to be interesting. So you've spoken things at this person, and that's probably why they're in that avoidance. They're not ready to own that truth within. And this collective, you know it. But then your fear comes in. Hold on. I want to get these. Oh my God. So how they think you feel. You're out there having the time of your life. So you got that for them. You're mirroring. So that's them thinking you've let go. You're having fun. You're living in the moment. That you probably don't even think about them. Oh, too many. Maybe that you are planning future long term. Remember, you think this person's about to bloody have a family and this and that. They think the same for you. You're feeding each other's fear. Oh my God. That you've received what you need, that you've moved on. But they hope that you still have love for them as well. Unconditional love, but that you found your self-love, your oneness. You're very attractive, clearly, in their eyes. But the thing is, you're struggling with your self-love. That was one of your biggest deviations in your part, where this person thinks you're bloody confident and you... Sad. Oh my gosh, heart with a key. So you do own the key to their heart. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Oh my God, you got the ascending and the phoenix here. So new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, growth, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union, but going over the time, how much time this has taken, the cycles, the time to heal, but another card of progression. So changing mind. One, I think their mind's evolving, but they could think you are... Maybe for a long time they had a lot of belief that you guys would come back into alignment, but they've got fear over them as well. Okay, I want to see how this... Alright, I want to see how they're really feeling towards you right now. Oh my... I wasn't expecting that, but we got cleanse and clear that. So you've got incoming communication, constant burn, but the betrayal. That's what keeps them away. This person clearly yearns to contact you. It's honesty. So this person not ready to be honest. That you are going to have a baby. That you are going to settle down. And it could be that deviation. I think for this collective, you're one of my collectives. I think you guys shared a pregnancy here that they go over. Where would my life be right now? They see signs. That's good. That means they're activated. The universe's outlook for the energy around you. I do think you're both evolving. But this is a huge block in any connection. Without trust, you can never grow. You can never build a foundation. This person, that's probably one of their... You'd have memories of their dishonesty or their exaggeration, or they'd leave parts out of the truth. It's not good. Okay, constant burn. Psychic abilities wanted to pop out. They have awoken. Underneath constant burn, they got the kundalini, kunda toot toot. So there's an activation going. And just when you guys first activate, they're a constant burn for you. Makes sense with your accelerated emotion. You've probably been on the wave of detachment, but if they are just maybe activated in the past 6 months, that cosmic trigger card, they'd be going through everything you first went through. The obsession, the longing, the 4D activation in the mind. And you got the cobra. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Oh, that's good. So they're wanting to, this lie has controlled them. It has kept them away, but they're wanting to break free from it. So the betrayal, the deceit, the lies, the secrets, they want to break free. They've been resisting change. They've been puppeted to this, right? So this is what's controlled this. That means it's not something little, my angels, and the right collective, you know exactly what it is, because you could never drop it in the past. And they know it. They know it would never work without them being honest about this. And if they've denied and made you feel crazy for saying these things, that would add to the difficulty of coming. Oh my God, of course they are, because they're growing from you. So underneath incoming communication, they spy on you. So you'd be feeling them right now. And they could literally be watching you on their phone. It's not good. It means they're not in their strength yet. They're still in wounded energy. Keep going back to that Chariot card. The 1 to 3 months, and I've got a divine I've got a wave. There's a wave coming in December for divines. So it wouldn't surprise me if you fit into that wave. Oh, unconditional love. Underneath it, I feel this collective, you shared a pregnancy, but I'm hearing this, I'm going to say it. Even if they have fear that you would fall pregnant, or you are pregnant maybe, they still have this unconditional love. It would be hard for them to accept, but and in an odd way, this collective's the same. I remember saying you still want this person back, even though you think they've gotten someone pregnant and da-da-da-da-da. Hearing a couple things for that. Synchronicities. They have activated. You got the twin flame, the kundalini, and the synchronicities. So they're finding divine information. I always say, until you're activated to this frequency, this stuff just sounds absolutely woo-woo. People don't even get what you're saying. They think you're bloody crazy. But this person's clearly activated to the frequency of divine. So now they're learning. Now they're understanding. Good. Getting a lot of sign synchronicities. Numbers important: 20, 202, or 20th of the second, 22, 22nd of the second, and 24. This is really good. Patience. Okay, I just want to get just a couple. Divine truth, they're calling to me. Then I want to see intention. Let's see if they activation cards in this. Let's just really make sure. Oh my God, they got it again. They are watching you. That's why you can feel that. That is probably why you're so accelerated, because everything you think's going on, they think is going on for you. I always talk about it. When you have that fear, you've got to clear it. This is what happens. Checking on your social media has become a new daily habit of theirs. Oh. Look at that eyeball with the magnifying glass. Why do I find that funny? TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Oh, this is nice. You could have memories of music or dancing together, or they could be a musician, you could be. You are my muse, my inspiration to create. You ignite my soul. Good. So you're inspiring them to change, not through words, but through your actions and the way you're moving through life. That's what the right love does. Very good. I was wanting to see activation cards in this, but holy moly. So it's the watching, do I text, do I this? It's the fighting the mind and the heart. I bet you that unsent message card comes out. I check my phone constantly to see if you've texted me. Oh, this person's broken. But their perception's changing. Good. I always say, until someone's perception changes, you can't say anything. That needs, so the blame and all of that stuff that you're going over. I was only able to see what I wanted to see. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. Let me get those emotion cards. Watching. So they're in isolation. Another sign of spiritual activation. They're in solitude. The silence between has given me the insights I needed to set my soul free. This is underneath watching you. They get shattered. They get very emotional. Don't make it fear. If you're not constantly on social media, or this isn't your collective, they've got avenues to watch you. They've got avenues to be that bloody eyeball with that magnifying glass. They had that twice. But older habits are breaking me down and a new version of me is being revealed. So there is growth. That's good. There's self-sabotage. You got that. So they are a self-sabotager. So would you be. If you're really divines, Celtic knot, you're as bad as each other. Withholding love from you, I withheld love from myself because of self-doubt. Is that truth? They're running from. Oh my God! Evil eye card in here with the texting because they're watching so much. Your ex, I don't think they're praying for your downfall, but this is them jealous. And maybe they've got jealousy of your ex. That one card was in here and it's about the ex. But maybe they think you're back with your ex, or you would have memories of this person being intimidated by your ex, or your new love interest, or they think you've moved on, which stops them texting, and they're watching in, trying to gather more information. Sign. They're strategizing, but remember that's there with fear. So underneath wanting to text you, I'm putting together an offer you cannot refuse. I'm planning my next move. Makes sense with that Chariot. Got lessons over the next few weeks, my angels. Remember your justice energy is being activated around both of you right now to bring in truth and balance. The owl, things are finally getting lifted. The time has come. Work on you. Stop focusing on them. You're just feeling them and their fear towards you. Self-care. Do things you enjoy. Just go put yourself first. Sit in your self-love. Sit in your confidence. Sit in your strength energy, because God knows this person needs some confidence. Stop belittling yourself internally, because that's what they do. Like for themselves. How they left you on red. So this is where, when they left you on red, they weren't seeing things clearly. I was only able to see what I wanted to see. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. So they left you on red, right? I'm not sure how. Okay, let's talk past tense. I didn't know how to respond to your message, so I went quiet, right? But they weren't seeing it right. But now divine intervention over this row. So the awakening, the this, all of that. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing the two of you together again. Oh, one more. So they're probably scared you're going to leave them on red. And that's why they would have to be strategizing. And again, you got ghosting underneath your magic, right? So you probably gave them an olive branch, really expressed yourself on a deep level, and they left you on red. That's probably also adding to the fear. One more, two more. Depressed because they've been listening to everybody else. Advice, as we're saying, depressed. They could be getting advice about you right now. Your sweetness. You're like candy and cake. So this person would have complimented you on just your natural scent, or the way you smell, or the way you taste. Like, they've got memories of this. The decadence of your soul makes me melt. Frequency, going over their attachments they're which you're thinking they're going over. So you're right. That's why their perception's changing. The left you on red. Okay, let's get their intention right now. Then we'll get tarot, their next action towards you. And we'll roll a dice. Destiny. 333. You could be, and because they're watching, you'd be seeing a lot of 333 right now. So they're still maybe, but this is maybe leaning towards a yes. They're scared. So they're fighting their mind and heart. Taurus energy. You could be a Taurus, they could be, but the energy of this. I took forever in making up. Makes sense, the left on red, the fear. I took forever in making up my mind about our connection. Instead of speaking to you, I'd run away and indulge in unnecessary pleasures in order to ignore my feelings. And then we've got charismatic Casanova. That ain't a good card. I don't understand our connection and the way I feel when I'm with you. It's the intensity. This is their intention now, though. So maybe those two kind of line up, because you do see them as a charismatic Casanova. When I'm with you, I'm going to say wasn't ready for whatever this is. It could be still now they're not ready. I think they're still a little bit scared right now. Did my phone just... I felt like it zoomed in. Sign. I can't handle this right now, so I try not to think about it. But that you're a constant burn, so the more they're fighting it. But numbers, 33, 94, 83, and 30. House numbers, car plate numbers, significant numbers, year of birth, destiny. They're sentimental, so they're going over the memories because their perception's changing. The memories of us bring me so much joy, but also agony at the same time, scared to open that scar. You know that. There's a fear of the sadness here. I think about you continuously. You were never far from my thoughts. The constant burn. Maybe. I was expecting that. Their mask, so maybe they're going to bring down the mask. This is maybe leaning towards a yes. I was wearing a mask by appearing happy and serene in front of others. When I'm alone, I think about you and I realize I was my true, authentic self when I was with you. Still on the fence, you got lessons coming. Focus on you. So we can shift that to the yes, not the maybe. Let's get one more. Spring, memory. The ghosting, because that's what you're focusing on. Switch your focus. They ghosted you because they couldn't be truthful. But this gives them fear. They're going to leave me on red. They're going to break my heart. Look at all the pain. I don't want to relive that pain. What if I get rejected? Memory here. Maybe this is when you put the olive branch out. March 20th, May 5th, May 6th, June 20th, or when they ghosted you at some point, when they're wearing a mask. But again, remember, this is where their perception shifting, the left on red and all of that. So this is shifting, but it's kind of 50-50 right now. Again, watching... Sorry, important email. Oh my God, you got that. I can't show that. The triggered card. So this is, I took forever. That's what triggers them too. Train horn, how long it's taken. And they got the time, the cycles. You got the distance. You're right. This collective, you're onto it. Just the other shit you're not. Sorry. I get so emotional when your name comes, so they probably get accelerated heart whenever you come up on their phone, and then they think it's too intense and love shouldn't be like that. And oh gosh, this person was very bound to society's perception as well, just like this collective. One more for that. The triggered time. Another memory, but they're balancing it. Good. See, this is your 50-50 row. comes down to you and what you're doing in just your day-to-day life right now. I'm trying to balance the scales of life and our connection. I took from you more than you were able to give. I'm not going to say used you for their own benefit, but there is something about finances here. I now understand this was unhealthy and unfair to you, especially when it comes to the time. Okay, charismatic. Oh, good. They're reinventing. And remember I said I think I should be reading that as past tense, right? They're reinventing themselves with this. Good. But Scorpio energy. I'm sorry for you're as bad, this collective. You're both accusatory. Oh, I'm sorry. And this is where you've got most of your guilt. So they've got you literally reflecting the accusatory, the justice in reverse. You got so much guilt for that. This collective, they've got guilt as well for maybe accusing you of being a charismatic Casanova. They could have been very jealous. You talk to someone, they'd go off. They would accuse you of cheating. I'm sorry for accusing you of things you didn't even do. I'm so used to people hurting me. I assumed you were just trying to hurt me too. I should have treated you better. So this is a focus for both of you, but your brain's telling you it's your focus. You're picking up their energy. What your brain tells you to be real, you believe. It's really, but this journey's meant to teach you about that stuff. That's the right collective's one of your main focuses, because they're thinking the same, but they're reinventing. So you keep reinventing your outlook right now. I'm trying to reinvent myself and release the old me. I took you for granted, disappointed you, deserted you when you needed me the most. Because they're going through an activation now. And true divines, they do leave you when you need them the most. They put you in the crazy basket. I want to come back stronger so I can build something better with you. This is good. I'm surprised that unsent messages didn't come out. Let's try one more. Maybe they're not there just yet. Libra, but rebuilding. I know I acted as if I couldn't make my mind up about our connection, but it was really because I was scared of hurting you and you hurting me. But they're wanting to rebuild. That's good. 89, 88, and you had 77 as well. 69, 20 number, 38, 37, 10, 51, and 68. Mirroring. Truth. Oh. Acquiring knowledge. Very good. All right, let's get you guys some tarot. All right, we're going to roll a dice. I'm going to get one that has a lot of numbers on it, right? We're going to go weeks. Or do we do... Hold on. I'm going to get this first. If a 6 comes out, it's for weeks. Anything else, we'll roll that because it'll be days. 2. Okay, so days. Or it could be in maybe 2 days, 2 weeks. But let's get this now. 13. So 13 days. 13 surrendered to the divine as well. But write down 13. That could be a significant number. 13th of October. Because October, I feel, is going to be big for this collective. Okay. Their action next 13 days. Their action, how you should deal with it, and then the outcome from the universe. Justice will be Devil first card, so they're going to come in probably from a place of obsession, fixation. They're going to be stuck in their shadow a little bit here. They're going to be moving forward with desire. Okay. Good, but not good. Me personally, I've allocated that King of Cups. He comes in very warm-hearted, charismatic, a lot of flattery. But when it comes to depth of vulnerability, he's like a clam, right? Makes sense with this shadow. I do think they're going to come in with some powerful words. But when it comes to lack of mindfulness, possessiveness. So they're still wanting to control the outcome of this. And this might blind you a bit, especially because you're craving those words. I always say there's a difference between depth of honesty and flattery and validation. But I will say this, for them to be presenting as a king, even though this is over the top of them, that's kind of a perfect pairing for a King of Cups, because I just feel this person, it's more... you've got to remember honesty's one of their biggest, I think, trauma trigger points here. They clearly really care about you. And if they're coming in a place of obsession and fixation, they're going to kind of want this to go in their favor. Not that they're like, I want it to go my way, but they're so scared of being rejected. So I can understand why they would lead with words of validation, right? But I do think you're going to see this person, like they didn't come up as a page, they came up as a king. So even with their emotion, I think you're going to see or feel a bit more progression and maturity here. Which I guess is nice. Oh. Okay. I do think this person... Oh, that's good. These three together, I think they really do want to remove what's been done. And I do think they want to talk about it. And I do think they are going to talk about the betrayal, maybe not the betrayal, but the loss, the depression, the sadness, the separation, the loneliness, the regret. I do think they're going to talk about this. But when it comes to the nitty-gritties of the certain truths, remember the owl energy's there with the time has come. I don't think this person's first approach is going to be because they're wanting achievement, right? They're wanting this to be a successful outcome. But I do think there is going to be some depth here. But in the back of their mind, they know they need to have this conversation with you. So I don't think this person's trying to manipulate you or lie to you, but they're going to fill the waters first. But there still will be depth here. For them to want to move on from that and have success, feel whole again, feel emotionally fulfilled, they're not just going to come in with, hey, how are you, right? You're going to see an emotional maturity in them. And I do think they're going to be highly apologetic. But just for the depth of what needs to be spoken, their armor's up still. Okay, but even just this approach, I think, is going to be very hard for them to come for. Like, it's going to take a huge leap of faith for them to do that. One more. Huge tap. They might come in from a tap. But this card also, because you've been through your tower with this person, that just went, talk about the damage so they can rebuild. But I do think even for them, it's going to come in swift and unexpected, this temptation, because they're thinking about you, right? But something's clearly going to happen in their life to move them forward very unexpectedly. But also I do think, again, confirming they want to talk about the destruction. Just feeling this, even though we've got this and this here, I do think this person is going to be honest. Not straight away, but they will be. For out of all the kings, you got the emotional one. So this person will lead with emotion. It's just the depth of emotion and the depth of truth. It might take just a little bit. But don't push the truth. You should never be there, and demand the truth. I always say, when someone respects you, they will tell you the truth. You don't need to demand it. All right, but let's see how you guys should deal with this. Okay, trust your emotion. Remember the burdens. Remember how much this overwhelmed you. Don't rush it. Don't be future planning from a 10 of Wands. I say this, it's like that. I feel this a lot. There's a reason this is, you can't go from a 10 of Cups. You can't go from 10 of Swords to 10 of Cups. That's a Page of Cups approach. It's kind of like this. How can you future plan and make all these decisions when you haven't really healed all the burdens and all the energy that really weighed you down, right? So they're saying, don't rush anything. Don't go from one jump to the next. Oh my, few boundaries. Look at all the wands here, these wands about just stop, right? Breathe. Don't rush. You're going to be so accelerated with passion. Let this person put in the effort they need to show you this can be trusted again. Just advice. Yes, genuine energy. Doesn't mean you need to cower and be like, like, yeah. You can't go from that to just, okay, when am I going to see you? What are we going to do? When are we this? What, like, that's just really nice. That's Page of Cups. Remember what's been done. 5 of Pentacles. Be aware, see yourself. So literally, from what I can see here, the universe is literally saying, just, if anything, you need a boundary, which means you've never given this person boundaries. So you're so close. I had a collective yesterday being prepared for union. It's like this collective, this is a preparation. It's a stepping stone for what comes next. My advice, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Let this person lock in, Emperor energy. Let them conquer you. Let them be consistent. Let them show you they're dependable before you start bringing your boundaries down. And then you'll get a 9 of Cups and a 6 of Wands. Wait for that declaration. Wait for that truth. Don't be mean. Don't be nasty. Don't be any of it. But this is going to be huge for this person to come forward this way. So maybe show appreciation or understanding, or even let them know, I know that would have been hard for you to express yourself that way. You know, I really appreciate X, Y, and Z. But you don't need to write back your emotion or lead with a question. Accept it, let it be, right? See if this person starts being consistent. Because I don't think they're going to come in like, I want to be with you, I want to this, I want to that. It's going to be either, I've really been thinking about you a lot lately. Because remember all the regret and everything they have in their intention cards. I shouldn't have treated you the way I treated you. I've actually got quite a bit of guilt for it. I know I made some wrong decisions. Like, it's going to be more them talking about their behavior, not why. Talking about their behavior, but not, I want to see you. I want us to get back together. It's not going to be that. So accept what they have to say and just let it be. Don't be like asking questions, and I wouldn't try and have a free-flowing conversation, right? Let them keep putting in the effort. Right, collective, this will make sense. Definitely don't be asking when you're going to see them or when you're going to this, when you're going to that. There's not one card here of this person wanting union. The cards here are about opening up emotionally. Yes, they want achievement here, but they're going to be so scared of rejection, they're not even going to bring that up in the conversation. All right, outcome. Yeah, go within, silence. A magician, trust in your thread. Okay, you've got to come from a higher perspective. Remember how far you've come. But this is literally about a little bit of time alone. But just, it's a stepping stone. Trust. Your test here is to go within, but still be kind. Be kind, compassionate. Be accepting of what is said. Do not demand truths. Do not ask about seeing this person. Just give them thanks for their words and appreciation for giving you that sailing boat and those words you've been craving for so long. Again, advice. Oh, I hope you've been well. Are you okay? Don't lead with a question. Just one message as a response. Let it be. Go within. They're going to start realizing, and they're going to start stewing. Then they'll probably send you another message. Just your outcome to this situation in the next 13 days, you're releasing a thread, which is good. Okay. Let's get one more. Salem just rang a bell. If you guys do that, go within. Oh, then that's when you get your miracle and your 6 of Wands, your declaration. So they will come back in and they'll be more open. Trust. That's when, and your Ace of Pentacles moment, when you feel like you're being touched from the heavens. Beautiful. Let them lock in. Double confirmation. Okay, my loves. 8 of Pentacles. consistent effort, dedicated effort. To build your trust back, you need to build your foundation. It's not just done in a week or two. That takes time, my angels. Okay. The Cobra again. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. It's coming, lightning. It's going to come in very, it could come in on a storm, but it will come in rapidly, unexpectedly. 10, completion. 5-cent piece. This is 2020. It could be a significant year. This one's 1979, I think. Yeah, 1979. J, K, I, and N. An N. An O. And a big J. Crescent moon. Could be your birth phase, like your moon phase when you were born, or this person's, or you both could be born on a crescent moon. Or it could come in on a crescent moon. Or it could come in on a new moon. That K wanted to come out again. New moon energy. Broken ring. You could have just broken a ring or lost a gem out of earrings. You could have just lost an earring. And I just went for my right ear. Maybe you noticed your right earring was lost. Apples. And strawberries. Baboosies. I always see these strawberries as babies because their little seeds are their ovaries. I thought my eyeballs were on. Crescent moon again. And I just heard Sailor Moon. You could have loved Sailor Moon. Sailor Venus. Sailor Mercury. Sailor Mars. I used to love that show. Sailor Jupiter. I'm not normal. Pearl. Let this person show you they have found their pearl. It's not a lost cause, so stop thinking it's a lost cause. St. Jude, you could wear a St. Jude. Why am I hearing St. Anthony? Maybe you prayed to St. Anthony. Maybe you just lost something the other day and you were asking St. Anthony to help you find it. Sailor Venus, the Venus star. And the strawberry came out again. Candle wax, you could work with candles. Or you need to light either a nice lilac candle or a white candle, and flowers. And daisies, maybe you guys have a significant memory with flowers. Okay, important dates or birthdays or angel numbers you're seeing a lot of. 3rd of the 1st, 1st of the 3rd, 121. Maybe you're watching this at 112. 15th of the 4th, 8th of the 4th, 8th of the 12th, 12th of the 8th, 4th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 4th, 3-3. Oh no, that's 16, sorry. I thought it was 15. 16th of the 4th, 16th of the 8th. Oh, 2. Duality. 18th of the 2nd, 24th of the 2nd, 4th of the 11th, 11th of the 4th, 2nd of the 11th, 11th of the 2nd, 2, unexpected blessings and miracles. Balance your energy. If you're wearing a lot of grey right now, grey is the colour of balancing your energy points. If you're intuitively wearing grey, you are intuitively telling yourself you need to balance your energy right now. And then 2nd of the 7th, 7th of the 2nd, 27. And then it came out again. Okay, I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day. Stop stressing. Go have a day of self-love, self-care. Do things that make your soul happy. I love you guys.